It's almost like hitting the jackpot on the slot machine. It's either 4 the same color or a black, green, blue, or red. Down to 10 HP, so you never know what could be the difference. Can I get some hot hands one time, baby? Hell yeah. 3 6-slot bags? Dude. If there's a bless meter for how well I'm doing right now, I'm in the red zone, man. I'm doing great. It's 5 silver right there, baby. And it's just a morale boost. Oh my gosh! No way!
Feel free to browse. Good luck, friend.
Dai Renato.
Here there.
Come on, come on, come on, come on. Man, let's go cheat. Holy fuck, det var en message. Okay, can I heal to full one? No!
Oh, I did get some scrolls. Some scrolls of spirit, I'll take it. Something about that. I think she sells mana potions. No way. This is the 69 death. We're watching it. Get up! Get up! Get up!
Go in the bear! Go in the bear! Go in the bear! Bear!
Wolfpack Pork Chop just subscribed.
Ah! Note to self. You just saw my 59 druid death? I almost saw my level 12 gnome mage death. Scheiße.
12 seconds on this other thing. He can just kite this. I don't need the heals. At 2 seconds, I need to peel this shit. Peel him, peel this one. So keeping both of these on me is like absolute priority. He's still okay on mana. I don't look great on either resource. There's a potion here. Great on the heal, great on the heal. We're at 51 health there.
Oh, 2 Mages. Geh um die Ecke, Also, okay, jetzt sind noch 2. Shit. Okay, shit. Weg.
Ja.
Rechts runter ins Wasser.
Das waren 4 Mal Ups oder so.
Ja, es war einfach der Burst, weil ich hab nicht gewusst, dass alle 4 kommen. Das war einfach dazu. Okay.
Ja, nein, ich auch nicht.
I can't cast that yet. It is too far away.
It is too far away. That's still recharging.
If you still have symptoms of moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis or active psoriatic arthritis.
Hey folks, Dr. Mike Israetel here for Renaissance Periodization, Nutrition Myths number
That spell isn't ready yet.
losing fat while gaining muscle. Oh boy. We're going to talk about the claim, why it's wrong, some silver linings as to how it could be right in some cases, and then best practices moving forward. Here's the claim, okay? It's kind of a four-part claim with a fifth clarifying. A little bit more of a technical myth here. Claim number one is you can readily gain muscle and lose fat at the same time. There are ways in which that is true, we'll get into it in a bit. Claim number two is you can gain tons of muscle with no fat gain at the same time. Much less true. Number three, you don't have to do distinct muscle gain and fat loss phases because you can have it all at the same time in one phase. And getting in shape, gaining muscle and losing fat, isn't a kind of phasic process where you gain some muscle, but you also gain some fat, take some steps back, and then you lose some fat, but you're not gaining a ton of muscle during that time. So it's not taking steps back, but it's kind of a holding pattern until you lose the fat and then back in. It's not this phasic process of trade-offs. It's an all into results, just a linear process that you just get better, 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 better. Lose muscle, or sorry, lose fat and gain muscle at the same time. It just keeps going, right? That's the claim. A lot of folks would like to believe this. And it is, in most instances, for most people who are most interested in it, more incorrect than it is correct. Okay, so this is a bit more of a nuanced one where it's not like biohacking where it's just straight up bullshit. This has some stuff to it, but that's why we're making this video, to dig into that stuff. And some important terms that we're going to be using later, and just important ones for you to be aware of. People say lean gains, that means essentially gaining mostly or all muscle and no fat. And when they say recomping, that's when you gain muscle and lose fat at the same time. Both of those are sort of the claims here. Both of them have severe limitations. Severe limitations. So here are the reasons this claim, the series of claims, is wrong. We're not going to say wrong here, but highly, highly lacking. More wrong than right. Decent analogy here is if your friend says to you, like, dude, I'm a winner in the casino. Like, that's certainly true some of the time, under some circumstances. But under the average circumstances and the average time, it's not true. It's not a dependable thing to think you're a winner in a casino, because you, over the long term, will lose all of your money that way. Just the same way, if you think your best efforts are spent in recomping or lean gaining, and you never pay attention to intentional massing or fat loss phases, you're not getting the most bang for your buck. Most of the time, you're getting less bang for your buck than you could be. So, you can notably gain lots of muscle and lose lots of fat at the same time in a few circumstances. Here they are. One is you're not used to much or any of diet or training structure. Okay, you're a noob. Or you make your diet and training structure much more intelligent and much more efficacious than it previously was. So for example, you used to never time your carbohydrates around workouts, you start doing that. You used to eat 1 meal a day, now you start eating 5. You used to train and sort of kind of be hypercaloric. but sometimes your calories are really off, sometimes not. Now in a recomp, you just nail your calories every single time. You're finally eating enough protein, stuff like that. These big changes that if you start doing more of them, you absolutely can gain muscle and lose fat at the same time. For sure, right? Another thing is you're coming back to training diet from a long layoff. Like if you've been COVID tested or something, you've been out of the gym for 3 months, 6 months, you absolutely, when you start lifting weights and eating relatively normally again, hell, or just start lifting weights, you can gain muscle and lose fat notably, like seriously, a lot of impressive results at the same time, absolutely true. If you're dipping into special sports supplements, either for the first time or taking more of them than usual, you absolutely can gain muscle and lose fat at the same time. Professional bodybuilders do it all the time, and not all special sports supplements, so it doesn't exactly apply to most people. And here, there's a distinction between notable gains. There are two terms now. Notable gains are like impressive gains that you can reliably put a stamp on and say, I'm comfortable getting these, this is a good rate. Technical gains are what are measured in studies. So a lot of people refer to studies where they'll say, see, recomping is real even in advanced athletes. You look at the magnitude of fat loss and muscle gain, it's detectable in the study, but barely detectable with fine-tuned scientific instruments and a huge sample of people. In an individual like that, you would barely notice a thing. So you could say, look, dude, I'm recomping. And then you do 6 months of recomping. If you're advanced, then you've already been doing all the things right. And you can get a DEXA or something, and it says you like lost 1% fat and gained 1% muscle. Like, were you technically successful? Yes. Were you notably successful? Well, literally no, because nobody can tell. Then you come back to the gym the next day after getting your DEXA, you're like, fellas,
I need to get closer.
Yeah, and they're like, what are you doing? Just flexing my 1% more muscle. Should be easy to see with my 1% less fat. And they're like, you're an idiot. So yeah, you did that for 6 months and that's what happened. Cool, technically you made gains. I don't think you're tuning into this channel to make technical gains. I think you're tuning in to all these YouTube fitness channels to make notable gains. That's what you want. So when someone tells you recomping works, they're probably right, it does work. But it doesn't work nearly as well in most cases as intentional muscle gain phases and intentional fat loss phases sequenced together. Okay? So here's the deal. Other than these three things where you're not used to much of diet training structure, you're coming back to it after a long layoff, you're taking special sports supplements, if you're not in one of those groups of people, can you lose muscle? You can definitely lose muscle and gain fat at the same time. Can you gain muscle and lose fat at the same time? Yes, but it's painfully slow and often very tough to notice at all. And if you are relatively lean, it becomes almost impossible except for incredibly rare cases. If you're sub 10% fat as a male or sub 18% fat as a female, in order to grow muscle under such restricted conditions, your body has to burn fat. It's got to be. If you're growing muscle but you're not gaining weight, you're not recomping, you're not in a surplus, growing muscle, no weight gain, you have to burn a concomitant amount of fat. For you to have the sheer anabolic drive to gain muscle, while at the same time having the catabolic drive to burn fat and resist the catabolic impetus of getting that lean, because you guys know the leaner you get, the more your body fights against you, the more difficult it makes fat loss and the tougher it makes muscle retention. But you're not even trying to retain muscle here, you're trying to gain it while you're trying to get even leaner. Can you imagine someone being at 6% body fat, getting down to 3% fat while increasing their muscle 3%? That's insane. It just doesn't happen under almost any circumstances. So it's just not reliable. So if you're already lean, recomping is just not a bet at all. Okay, lean gains maybe, but barely. Recomping is pretty much out of the window if you're already lean and muscular. If you're not lean and muscular, yeah, it has a bit more play, but it's still probably not the best option. Here's the thing. What is the alternative? Distinct muscle gain and fat loss phases are much better. If you do one and then you do the other, in combination you can get much further sequencing them than just trying to do lean gains or recomping the entire time. Why? Because the most profound thing other than resistance training and eating protein on how much muscle you gain is a hypercaloric condition. If you eat excess calories by just a little, it is unbelievably anabolic. And the most profound fat anabolic signal is a caloric deficit. If you create a caloric deficit, that is the thing that burns fat. It's the most powerful fat burning machine. If you're at maintenance, you get to use 0 of them. You literally throw away your 2 best weapons. Not a good idea. Not a good idea at all. You want to use your best weapons at first to gain muscle or to lose fat, and then after you switch the script and do it again. Stupid analogy, but if you are trying to speak English and Chinese to a group of Americans and to a group of Chinese people, none of whom speak the other language, is it a good idea for you to speak in both languages at the same time? Something will be understood, but a lot will be missing. Why don't you just be like, hold up, Chinese people, and you speak to the Americans, blah, 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 blah. They're like, okay, get it? And then you speak in Chinese to the Chinese people, they're like, got it. Best of both worlds, not to be mixed. There's a lot of other things like that you don't mix. You don't mix spaghetti and cake, even though they're both good. There's a timing, there's a sequence element there. It's much better to do distinct fat loss phases and distinct muscle gain phases, sequencing them. Once you get lean, you put on some muscle and some fat. Once you put on some muscle and some fat, you do another fat loss phase to get rid of the fat, boop, 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 so on and so forth, and you get big, and you get lean. That's pretty much almost every, if not every, competitive large bodybuilder has that. That's the most muscular lean people in the world do exactly that. Right? For good reason, because it works. Trying to look for lean gains where you gain only muscle and no fat.
That's still recharging.
Severely restricting yourself in order to do that. Or recomping to the moon is a fool's errand, because even if it works marginally, your margins can be higher when you do it wrong. That's like saying to yourself, like, well, if I want to visit my friend in a city that's 50 miles away, I can take a bicycle. Is that false? No. You can probably ride a bicycle for 50 miles if you're in normal, decent shape. It'll be super fucking hard. It'll take you forever. You'll be super tired afterwards. But you can get there. But if you also have a car, why not take the car? And someone could say, well, it's got all these other downsides. Yeah, for sure it does. Like, you know, it's uncomfortable. A lot of people sure. Just more effect. So if you're looking for pure effect, the phasic approach is better than trying to do lean gains and trying to do recomping all the time. However, lean gaining and recomp absolutely work well for beginners especially, okay? And it's often good to just get beginners into a pretty healthy diet and regular weight training, because you don't want to inundate them with a hypocaloric diet or hypercaloric diet. Like, it's weird to get a healthy diet and start stuffing yourself, or a healthy diet and get really restrictive. You just want beginners to start with like a good, healthy muscle building diet, plenty of protein, plenty of energy, regular meals, and then teach them how to lift weights, and then you just don't even look at their body weight, right? And they normally just in a slight surplus, slight deficit, or just on average keep a maintenance level intake. And then they build tons of muscle and lose tons of fat for months and months and months. And then once you, they don't need to press these powerful levers.
I need
but also
to get
they
closer.
Can't to some extent, or are less likely to, because it takes a lot of confidence, right?
I'm out of
It's
range.
tough enough to learn how to train and make that a habit.
I can't pass that yet. That spell
Or pushing
isn't
the other
ready
pedals
yet.
on, like force feeding them, or on dieting them too hard. Just start them out with the recomposition approach, which for them works powerfully enough to be very normal, and you can just let them coast. Eventually, you'll have to take
I'm
them
out
to
of
the next
range.
thing, but they do gain excellent results.
It is too far
Results
away.
for months without a whole lot of effort, which is awesome, especially for the beginners that can't yet be expected to grow. Now, the same note, if you're coming back to diet or training, either one or both from a long layoff, either one or both, like for example, if you have been training but your diet's just been total shit,
I can't pass that yet.
you can also recomp and lean gain no problem, and you just have to be aware enough to realize when the process of recomping has slowed, and you don't want to try to get into a situation where you're trying to boost your recomping abilities again. So people will say like, man, I was just eating at maintenance, I cleaned up my diet, I was training really hard, I gained a ton of muscle, a ton of strength, lost a bunch of fat in the first 6 months. In the last 2 months, it's month 8 now, it's really like I can't tell if I've gained muscle or lost fat. I think I have, maybe a little bit. The question to ask then is not, okay, how do I like relight the fire of recomp?
At Crutchfield, we sell stuff that makes life fun, and we've been doing it differently since 1974.
Whether you're looking to get better sound in your car or the latest TV to enjoy your favorite movies,
we're all about giving you the info and guidance you need to buy the right gear for you.
We offer free lifetime tech support on everything we sell. We mean everything, and we mean lifetime.
Check us out at crutchfield.com to experience a totally different way to shop electronics online.
That's not the question. The question to ask is, what should I do next? A fat loss phase or a muscle gain phase? You guys with me on that? Like, that's the next step for advanced athletes that need the most serious form of intervention. So, what is the most serious form of intervention? What are these best practices? If you're a beginner to diet under training, just starting and being bodyweight stable for months is totally fine. Getting into the rhythm of eating, getting into the rhythm of training, and you'll get really amazing results. For sure, it works for these folks. And no, it's not your fastest fat loss. Like, look, if someone is a Hollywood star and they come to you and they're like, I have 6 months to get shredded for this role, you're not going to recomp them. That's insane. You're going to put them right into a deficit because they said shredded. You will lose fat.
I need to get closer. That spell isn't ready yet. I'm out of range. That's still recharging. I can't cast that yet. That's still recharging. It is too far away. I'm out of range. That spell isn't ready yet. Inventory is full. need to get closer. I can't carry any more. I can't loot that. I don't have a target. Inventory is full. I can't carry any more. It is too far away. I can't cast that yet. Inventory is full. I can't carry any more. I need to get closer. That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging. I can't cast that yet. I'm out of range. That spell isn't ready yet. Inventory is full. I can't carry any more. Inventory is full. I can't carry any more. Inventory is full. don't have a target. I can't loot that. I can't cast that yet. I can't carry any more. It is too far away. That spell isn't ready yet. Inventory is full. I can't carry any more. I need to get closer. I need a target. That's still recharging. Inventory is full. I can't carry any more. It is too far away. I'm out of range. I can't cast that yet. Inventory is full. I can't carry any more. Inventory is full. I can't carry any more. What brings inventory is full.
Well met. Safe travels.
Great to meet you. See you soon.
Elune Adore. I am on it. Hello.
Greetings. Farewell.
is too far away. I need to get closer. I'm out of range. I need to get closer. I can't loot that. It is too far away. That's still recharging. I'm out of range. I need to get closer. It is too far away. I'm out of range.
Comes back to life. Exclusively on Disney Plus. I have returned to rule the world.
Very, very.
Night at the Museum, now streaming. Rated PG.
Meet Seth, the god of chaos. Hey, Seth, didn't you have a scarier
I
name?
need to get closer.
Okay, that works.
Only on Disney Plus.
That spell isn't ready yet.
It's Kane's Furniture's final sale of the year. 20% off your entire purchase. Interest for 60 months. Right now. 20% off everything store-wide. From family rooms to bedrooms. Visit any one of our 18 showrooms across Florida.
Once upon a time, now most of us are hanging right through. 20 years have disappeared. We're older and more wise, but our favorite day is coming once again. gadgets into snowy winter spring. A timeless epic journey that we struggle with each time. The zones, the quests, the simple joys they bring. Darling, it's fresh, getting hyped up for a chest. Couple potions or a tense slot back. Those little things that take us back to simpler times. Dog, it's fresh, playing 112, we know best. Running dead minds or rage fire, picking briar, thorn and peace. Won't you play Christmas fresh? Won't you play Christmas fresh with me? Playing some vanilla on Christmas. Going in this Christmas. Yeah, we're caroling to be high. Won't you play Christmas fresh with me? Playing some vanilla on Christmas. Going in this Christmas. Yeah, we're caroling to be high. Won't you play Christmas fresh with me?
Gonna take a miracle now.
Take relief anywhere with Hall's minis. And feel the Hall's cooling breath.
Game on the line. Throws touchdown.
Halls. Breathe it in.
I'm out of range. That's still recharging. It is too far away. I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging.
Last night, a vision. I saw a world full of people. Everybody was dancing and screaming.
I can't cast that yet.
They were just there to listen to the music. It was deep. It was underground.
That spell isn't ready yet.
Let's turn the world all into a dance floor.
Are you guys ready for a state of trance? Put your hands in the air, come on!
Your weekly update on the latest
That's still recharging.
Live from the studio in Amsterdam. This is a State of Trance with Armin van Buren.
Hey, what's up? Welcome to this special episode of A State of Trance. This is the 18th edition of a special mix in the State of Trance year mix style, made especially for episode 1001 of my weekly radio show. And of course, this is not a year mix. It's a mix with the highlights of 20 years and 1000 episodes of A State of Trance. And this mix is also available on your favorite streaming portal, on iTunes and on 2CD. It was almost impossible to select just over 100 tracks for this mix. I mean, how do you sum up the best of 20 years of music? There's simply too many good ones. Every song in this mix has a special memory for me personally. For the final tracklist selection, I also looked at the fan-voted Top 1000, a list that was broadcasted during a special 7-day-long countdown stream last week. And I'm really proud of this mix. Looking back on almost 20 years of making radio, and I'm humbled. What started out as a dream became reality. A State of Trance is the center of everything I do. And throughout all this, it's been amazing to see the trance scene grow. And out of all the dance music genres, this is the kind of music that I love the most. There's a sense of love and community feeling that goes beyond A State of Trance. And that's what makes this trance music so special. It's the love of melodies, it's the love of emotion it evokes that brings us together. I'm proud to be part of this community. This mix represents the sound of ASOT for me. I spent a lot of time on it, mashing up more than 100 songs in less than 2 hours. I hope you like it. And I'm looking forward to see what the future will bring for A State of Trance. So here it is, and many thanks again to all the artists and labels involved. Without you, this mix wouldn't exist. And last but not least, a big thank you to all the listeners out there. Without you, there would be no radio show like A State of Trance. See you at the special celebrations for ASOT 1000. Enjoy the State of Trance 1000 celebration mix.
stop the clocks. Let us leave this world behind and join together to reflect, to remember what once was, how it came to be,
Ishnu Allah.
and perhaps what is yet to come.
As a young boy, I had a massive passion for music. It really was everything to me. I got in touch with the early dance music through radio, and every day I'd listen to my favorite radio shows while riding my bike to school. I promised myself then that if the opportunity ever presented itself, I'd have my own radio show. My drive and enthusiasm for dance music paid off, and A State of Trance was born. It became a platform for me to express my love of trance music, and as the audience grew, so did my responsibility to provide the best in trance and progressive music every single week. And it's your feedback and social interaction that became instrumental in shaping the show's sound, and continues to drive its direction to this day. But I always listened to the voice of that young boy on his bike. You and me together shaped the sound of A State of Trance. So here we are, a celebration moment, looking back on 1,000 episodes and some of the best tracks of the last 2 decades.
It's time once again to go down the rabbit hole.
Good luck.
These were your 20 years in A State of Trance.
You and hidradenitis suppurativa? You've been around the block. Painful and embarrassing symptoms like abscesses and wounds. You've had it. But with Humira, the first FDA-approved treatment for moderate to severe HS, in about 12 weeks, your HS turned the corner. Half your wounds were gone, and there was less odor and leakage. So where to next? Follow me.
helping the trucking industry do both, working to ensure a stable supply of energy today, while also developing renewable diesel and advanced biofuels that could one day reduce emissions by up to 85%. It's solutions like these that keep things moving and can help reduce emissions on the road to net zero.
Sweetie, call me Gram Grams. My mornings start with piping hot tea and ice cold domination and survival bowling in the Nintendo Switch Sports game. Get a top score to make the cut in each round. This final round looks tough, but I'm perfectly cooked and perfectly dressed with all the outfits I've earned serving y'all. So, I got the stuff. Do you, Turkey? Nintendo Switch Sports, available now, rated everyone 10 and up.
delicious pieces of chocolate. 3 crisp wafers. 2 layers of sweet Kit Kat filling. 1 incredible break. Have a break. Have a Kit Kat.
Ishnu Dal Diem.
Ishnu Allah. Good luck, friend. Ishnu Allah. My goods are of the highest quality. Goddess, watch over you. Hello.
I am honored. Farewell. What brings you here?
I am honored.
How may I help?
Hi. What can I get for you today? Vishnu Allah.